Hi guys, today we're going to be taking a look at open and closed syllables and adding on those endings. Okay, so we're going to be working through our syllable juncture headings first. So you can put your E drop, your double, and your nothing kind of just to the side right now. All right, so there's two different sort headers for this sort. We're just going to be thinking about these to start with. Okay, so when we look at our headers here, we've got vowel followed by one consonant, okay, before adding on a second syllable that begins with a vowel. In this case, it's going to be either ed or ing, okay. We also have our syllable juncture here, where we would be dividing between two consonants, is where that syllable divides. And again, we're looking at, hey, maybe we had to double that in order to keep that one closed, adding on that vowel as we think about ing, okay, or maybe ed. Or we could have two vowels that are working together to make one long sound. Oh, let's go back to this one. We've got two consonants, right? So that vowel sound is going to be closed, a short vowel sound. So go ahead and mark up your headers like that. So when I think about these two words, visually, I see a vowel, a consonant, and a vowel. So we would be thinking here, right? This one, we divide between those two doublets here. Short vowel sound. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. What kind of vowel sound does this word have? Is it long or is it short? It's hoping versus hopping right here. So we had a short vowel sound, right? Okay. So this one here, how in the world is it a long sound? What happened? We had a silent E, didn't we? We had a silent E that we dropped in order to keep that vowel sound long. Hoping. So that's what's so important with this doubling rule right here. That doubling rule that's being used here for hopping. When we think about that base word hop, we had to double that consonant before adding that ing, that vowel syllable right there. Otherwise, we get them confused with E drop words, okay? So for the rest of these, we're going to go ahead and just tap out those syllables and divide them in our syllable juncture patterns. And then we can come back and think about whether that's E drop, double, or nothing, okay? So tap out the syllables with me. Skated, skated. I hear a long sound, right? That goes with hoping. So when I look here and chop off that ed, I look at that base word and I see, ooh, that was an E drop. Okay, so again, you're just watching and thinking with me. Please don't pull out your words right now. Just watching and think with me. You can mark up and sort your words when we're done thinking together. My next word is winning. Tap that with me. Winning, right? So this separates between our doublet right there. Shouting. Tap those syllables. Shouting. There's our two vowels, right? My next word is panting. Tap those syllables. Panting. Oh, we had two consonants right here. Short vowel sound, right? My next word is leaking. Tap those syllables. Leaking. Again, we had a long vowel sound here. Two vowels working together. Hunted. Tap that out with me. Hunted. And here's short vowel sound on that, right? Dividing between those two consonants. Next word is telling. Tap those syllables with me. Telling. Dividing between that doublet. Greeted, tap those syllables, greeted. Oh, two vowels working together, long vowel sound, right? Floated, tap those syllables, floated. A long vowel sound right there. Tap those syllables with me. Skipped, skipped. That one's tricky, right? That ED made a T sound. Okay, but we still have our two doublet right there. So visually it's going to go here, although I can totally understand why we might stick that in an oddball, because skipped, it's only one syllable, as we squish all of this ED syllable together with just a T sound. Skipped. My next word is joking. Tap those syllables. Joking. Oh, I know that there must have been an E that dropped right there. A long vowel sound. The next word is quoted. Tap those syllables. Quoted. I know this UO looks like a double vowel, right? But remember that QU works to make one consonant sound. So I just have one vowel all by itself, which goes with this pattern. So when I chop off that ED suffix, I've got quote, but there must have been an E that I dropped in order for that vowel O to be long, otherwise it'd be quoted. My next word is racing. Tap those syllables. Racing. Right? Same idea. When I chop off that ing suffix, I look at rack. There had to have been a letter that's making that long and that C to be able to say, you're right, there was an E that was dropped. My next word is wrapping. Tap those syllables with me. Wrapping. Again, we're going to divide between that doublet short vowel sound. Move some of these up real quick. Chatted. Chatted up on the bus. Chatted. Divide between that doublet, right? Short vowel sound. Next word is plotting. Plotting. Divide between that doublet, again, short vowel sound. I'm going to move this over and move this here so we can be able to see all of our words. The next word is needed. Go ahead and tap those syllables. I really needed a drink. Needed. Needed. So you see that double vowel right there. Dusted. He dusted for prints in the investigation. Dusted. Tap that with me. Dusted. Again, we're going to divide between those two consonants. Oops, I'm coming up here. Keep that vowel sound short right there. Pasted. Go ahead and tap that out with me. Pasted. I want to hear a long vowel sound right there. That's tricky, because this one here, pasted, looks like vowel consonant, consonant, right? But it doesn't follow that same short vowel pattern. So this is a bit of an oddball. It doesn't happen very often, but I could also think about it over here, but I'm going to stick it in an odd section. When I think about pasted, if I chop off that ed suffix, I've got past. But what do you think must have been at the end of that base word in order to keep that vowel sound short? Or I'm sorry, in order to make that vowel sound long instead of A, it's A. You're thinking a silent E, you're right, okay? So usually our silent E's are only followed by one consonant. In this case, the ST, both were after that, okay? So just kind of keep that odd pattern in mind as well, all right? So go ahead and pause right here, sort your words without looking at that computer screen, and then come back and write your sort. And when you're ready, you're going to unpause, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sort our words between E drop, nothing, or double. Okay, friends, so I hope that you've paused and you've sorted and you've written your words like this. Now we're going to go ahead and take those headers away as we take a look here, right? So all of ours with long vowel sounds were our E drops, right? Hoping, stated, joking, quoted, racing. The rest of these here, there could be nothing we had to do, or maybe we had to double in order to keep that consonant short. Okay, so we want to be taking a look at base words right here. So I'm going to get a different colored pen. I want you to pause and get a different, maybe a colored pencil, so you can mark up your words in a different way as well. Okay, so I'm going to start here on our E drops. I'm going to go ahead and just chop off that suffix, underline that base word so I see exactly where that E used to be. Right, and then, okay, so for these next ones, I have to think a little bit more. So hunted, I chop off that ed past tense suffix and I take a look at the word hunt. Should I have to double any T in order to add that syllable that began with a vowel? Nope, there was nothing to that. Dusted, same thing. I'm going to chop off that ed suffix, take a look at that base word dust, and see there was no spelling change there. Next word's telling. I'm going to chop off that ing suffix, take a look at the base word tell. Well, it already had two L's, so it's confusing, even though there's double L's right there. That was already part of the base word. It wasn't a spelling rule that I was following, so that one was nothing. Floated. Chop off that ed suffix. See, they've got a long vowel sound with that OA, so no reason to double and keep anything short. Again, a nothing. Let's look at chatted. I'm going to chop off that ed suffix. Take a look at that base word. Oh, when I think of chat, we chat with one another. That only has one T, right? So we had to double that T in order to add that syllable with a vowel. Otherwise, we confuse it with E drops and we think it was chated right there. Two consonants, keep that vowel sound short. Let's look at needed. And chop off that ed suffix. Take a look at the base word need. Oh, that's exactly how we spell need. No spelling changes. Panting. The dog was panting. So when I chop off that ing suffix and look at the base word pant, you see there was no spelling change to that one either. Let's look at wrapping. I chop off that ing suffix, take a look at wrap. Well, I'm going to wrap a present. I only have one P, so I had to double that P to keep that vowel sound short. Next word, greeted. When I chop off that ed suffix, take a look at that base word greet. And that's spelled like I know greet to spell. No doubling was happening. That EE already was a long vowel sound, so we didn't want to double. Keep anything short. There's our word skipped again. And take a look at that, chopping off that ed suffix. You see my base word skip followed a doubling rule in order to make sure it wasn't Skyped. Next word is shouting. Chop off that ing suffix. Take a look at the base word shout. Oh, and I see no spelling changes on that. We started off talking about hopping versus hoping, right? So this is a perfect example when we chop off that ing suffix and we take a look at that base word hop. We had to double that P to keep that vowel sound short, or else we'd get it very confused with words like hoping. Let's take a look at winning. Again, chop off that ing suffix. Take a look at that word, base word win. Had to follow that doubling rule, or else it'd be whining. Plotting. Chop off that ing suffix. Take a look at that base word plot. I see I had to add another T to keep it plotting instead of floating. And then finally my last word, chop off that ing suffix from leaking. Let's take a look at that base word leak. Oh, and I see no spelling changes on that. So guys, you want to write your sort like this too. All right, so go ahead and sort your words, mark them up with a different color like I did, and then write those words in your word work notebook as well. Thanks for thinking with me, friends.